TravelingMel.com.
Buenos dias! We are in Guatemala. We just flew in last night very late, so we're all kind of out of it today, except for Anders, because he's never tired, but the rest of us are a little sleepy. However, we're gonna get out, we're gonna fight the jet lag or fight the staying up late and go do some stuff today. We're gonna start out by getting SIM cards for our phone, which is kind of always our first thing we do, and after establishing where we get food. And then we're gonna walk around Antigua a little bit and check it out and see what this town is all about. Now I can use my translator.
So we are going to take a taxi up the hill, one of these hills, and then walk back down. We got our SIM card, and it was easy. All you needed was a passport, and I think it was 110 quetzales per card for 2 gigabytes for 30 days. And they, of course, you want to make sure they activate everything. There was a little bit of hiccup with that for us, but they handled it, and now we're good to go.
Okay, so we got the SIM card sorted, and we took a taxi up here to Cerro de la Cruz, which is the cross, and we have this great view of Volcano Agua across Antigua, and I think we can see the city a little bit, and we're gonna walk back down. So it's a great place just to take a cab up, and I think it was 50 quetzales, so not too expensive, and then another 5 to get into the park, so it's all pretty affordable. And then you can walk down, and we're gonna walk through different shops and things on the way down too. Here on the side of the trees, I believe, are Bromeliads, which are a type of epiphytes, which means that they live on the trees, but they get everything they need from the air, pretty much, and rain and that kind of thing. It's cool to see them. It seems really dry here for them, but it must be wetter other times.
Every once in a while on these trips, you get used to going with the flow and just living your day, normal life, and then you have these sort of realizations of, oh my gosh, I'm in this other country, this other part of a continent, this other part of the world, and it's really kind of special, and it sort of takes you out of that, well, I guess it puts you back in the now and in the present. So we're hiking down these steps from the Cerro de la Cruz and seeing all these cool plants and spurring off some energy before it gets too hot. Kind of reminds me of the steps up from Lake Bled to the castle that Finn and I did a little over a year ago. Anyway, that's part of the travel life, I guess. You see the darndest things when traveling. I guess that's for a vineyard or something? I don't know if it'll come out in the video, but this volcano behind us just belched a big thing of smoke. I've never actually seen that, and I think it's pretty cool. We also have combo razor wire and bougainvillea. These flowers are awesome.
So we were kind of following this city walk that I photocopied from the Lonely Planet guide that we found in the house. We were house sitting before we came here, so we're walking down the hill and seeing what we can see based on this and whatever else we see.
And there's a giant active volcano.
The next stops on our walking tour was this Capuchin, what's it called? Not a monastery, it's a convent.
It was.
Looks like a lot of it's been restored, but I don't
It's like Leonardo da Vinci was working on the inside of that window. Is that a reflection? Next, we are going to walk down the touristy 5th Avenue, 5th Street, and see there's a handicraft mark, and there's this sort of famous arch that was part of the old convent so the nuns could walk across the street unseen, and now I guess it's a expensive B&B or something, but looks like it's really beautiful. You can really see the Spanish colonial architecture down there. And we're gonna look for a place to have lunch, somewhere hopefully cool. It's not even that hot, but we're all feeling the 75-degree heat more than maybe other people.
Well, we found a place to eat, which is in the Chocolate Museum. And I think it's about 15 minutes later than we needed to find a place. Someday we'll learn that lesson. But we've got these snack bars to hold off the hungry monsters, and food is on the way. So.
And beer, cerveza.
And cervezas. Dos cervezas locales. And we're practicing our Spanish, so that's awesome too. Good practice.
Sort of butchering our Spanish, but
well, that's all right. That's how we learn, right? We make mistakes. I'm a little shocked at how little comments you've made about all of the flowers.
I've made this in my head.
Oh.
I know, it's like, man, what a transition going from wintry Montana to 75 degrees, 80 degrees, and all these flowers everywhere, bougainvilleas and jacarandas, and all kinds of stuff. Beautiful.
So after a successful lunch, some of us have decided that it's siesta time, and other tougher people, Melinda and Jumpy back there, have decided they're going to go see a craft market first, and then siesta, and then
Café No Sé.
Café No Sé, where they have tequila.
Mezcal.
Okay, we had our siesta, and now we are headed out on a beautiful evening. The temperatures come down, and the light is gorgeous, and everybody's out and about. And we're gonna go find this place that Melinda found out about called Café No Sé, which is sort of a little speakeasy type place that serves illegal mezcal, I think, and it's attached to that's the name of the brand, and it's attached to a book shop called Dyslexia. So sounds kind of different and interesting, and we're gonna see if they'll let kids in, not to drink mezcal, of course, but to watch their parents. Look at this jacaranda trees and the giant flag. Amazing.
open right now, and then this back bar that's open at night. But then in here, it's just mezcal and beer, and it's all lit by candlelight. It's a cool
That
place.
wax.
There's shrines to Mashimon. You see the figure there?
Yeah.
In Guatemala, he's kind of regarded as like the evil saint. It's like a blending of indigenous beliefs that was semi accepted by the Catholic Church. Not
Right.
exactly, but they
store at the bookstore that's associated with this bar. This is Cafe No Say, and we talked to the man who's working there from Illinois, he said. And he gave us a great tour of the place and told us a little about how the bookstore started, and even sold us a book. So, and with our book, we got a free beer. So we came next door to here, Cafe No Say. It's all lit by candles, so it's pretty mysterious. And we're gonna try some mezcal. They make it up in Oaxaca, Mexico, but the owner is here and has a spa and ships it all over the world, I guess. So, but this is our first time trying it. Anywhere besides the United States during Prohibition.
Oh, there's international prohibition?
No, I'm saying there wasn't. That's why. We are having dinner at Sabe Rico, which is this really cute place, and it's all jungly out here. We have a little table all surrounded by plants, and there's a bird, and it's just really very cool. I just embarrassed the heck out of Henry because there's a maraca hanging from our table, and I said we should shake it to have the waitress come back, and he was like, no, it's because he didn't want to be embarrassed. And I shook it, and it worked, and we asked her, and that's exactly what it is for. So 2 points for Melinda.
More points for Melinda because we ordered entirely in Espanol, and she's rocking it. So.
No thumbs up. That's the middle finger here.
No way.
So one of the things you hear and have experienced in the past in Central America is you do not, as an American, want to drink the water or even use ice. Today we've had every place we've gone and they've served us ice. We said, no, no hielo, no hielo. They said, no, es purifica, meaning it's purified. So hopefully it's purified enough. We'll find out in the next day or two. But that's kind of a neat little twist, at least for Antigua. I'm sure it'll be different for other places.